Now we're on Daf Pei Zayin and Beis. We're still continuing the Mishnah, and now there's a mixture of the dam of a chaya with the dam of a behema. Or the dam chaya. Rono so ki'ilu hu mayim. Once again, you can't talk about Maris dam here because it's dam with dam. But we're gonna imagine that the volume of dam that came from the behema was water. And would there be enough of a volume of dam chaya to generate a certain appearance of dam? Rabbi Yehuda Omer ein dam mevatel dam. This is a famous sheet of Rabbi Yehuda. We had it many times in Shas, that min b'mino afilu be'elef lo bata. So there's no way that you could discount the dam behem. Dam behem is here forevermore because it's min b'mino ein abot. Next, the Mishnah says, dam hanitas. What if you have blood that's not in front of you that you received in a vessel, but rather it's splattered? And maybe it's splattered, let's say, into a pit, or it splattered very far and then it bounced off and it went into a pit. Or sha'ala sakin, there's residue blood that got stuck to the slaughterer's knife. Omer Rabbi Yehuda, bisman she'ein sham dam elahu, the halacha requires you that if this is the only dam you could find, there's no chiyuv to do kisui on all the dam, but you got to do kisui on some dam. And if there's no other dam except the dam that's stuck to the knife or that's splattered and hit a rock or something, then chayav lechas. So you're going to have to do your best job to do kisui. However, avol yesham dam shalahu. Forget about the dam that got stuck because it splattered or got attached to the knife. Forget about that. You got other dam. You'll fulfill your mitzvah kisui adam with the other dam. How much other dam do you have? That I can't tell you. I think we're going to get to this tomorrow, not today. But if I'm not mistaken, it's a revius dam. Anyway, the Gemara says the following: Tanan Hasam. We have a Mishnah in Zvachim. Dam shenisarif b'mayim. If you want to know whether you could put it on the burn it on the mizbeach for kaporim yesh maris dam kosher, because this is the Tanakama Rabbi Yehuda. Nisarif b'yayim roso kilu mayim. Nisarif b'dam behemo b'dam chaya romoso kilu mayim. Rabbi Yehuda Omer ein dam mevatel dam. So basically, we have a Mishnah in Zvachim that reiterates all the principles and the machlokas that we found in our Mishnah. Amar Rab Chia bar Abba Rab Yochanan lo sharu el shenaflu mayim litoch dam. Now we get to another principle in Taroves, which is called tatoi govar. If you have X liquid on the bottom, Y liquid that falls into X, then we consider that Y is bottle to X, because tatoi, the bottom one, gova. And therefore, when do you need all this red color in order to establish that's dam? I mean, when do you need? When is it sufficient that you have the appearance of dam, and therefore the mayim that fell in is bottle? That's because the water fell into the dam. So the dam is tatoi gova. Avol nafal dam letoch mayim. Let's say it was just the other way around, and the tatoi is the mayim, is rishon botel. Now again, this halacha of rishon botel is complicated. I don't think it's exactly the way we understand it on Shabbos, with regard to tatoi govar, or basa b'cholam. This means that you can set up a bittul if you drop liquids drop by drop by drop. And therefore, if you drop blood drop by drop by drop into mayim, every drop is bottled to the mayim. And that's called kama kama bottle. And it matters not how large of a volume of dam fell in, because every drop is attacked on its own.
Yeah.
You're right, that has to do with the Mizbeach. But as far as Kisi is concerned, I couldn't care less whether the water fell into the dam or the dam into the water. Ein dichui eitzel mitzvos. Even though every drop of blood that fell in individually into the water on the bottom was bottled, but it doesn't matter. Now we have so much blood that the appearance of this mixture is that of dam. And as far as Kisi Adam is concerned, that's all I need. Why? Because Ein Dichui Eitzel Mitzvahs. We don't say, like I said with regard to the Hadas, that since at one point there were too many berries attached to Hadas, that it's possible forever and ever, even if you remove the berries. That halacha we don't have. We don't have that principle. So we'll finish this up real quickly. You have another 5 minutes? Okay. So now we have 3 halachos in a case of a mixture of blood and water, where there's still admumis, meaning there's still an appearance of dam. The water took on like a bloody kind of color. And therefore it's dam for 3 nafkaminas. Number 1, mechaprim, I could use it on the mizbeah. It's dam. Number 2, machshirin, if it falls onto a fruit, that fruit becomes susceptible to Kabbalah's tumah for sheretz, falls on it later. The chayav mekisui, and it's now dam, and you're obligated in the midst of kisui. Frekti Gemara, I don't get it. My komashmalan. 2 out of 3 of your halachas we know from Mishnayos. You don't have to repeat what we know from the Mishnah. Number 1, machaprim tanina, the fact that if there's admumis of dam, you could use that dam for the mizbeach, and it's mechaper. Chayom mekisi tanya, tonina. We also have that in a Mishnah, which we learned here in our Mishnah. And the Gemara answers, yeah, 2 out of 3 we don't need, but he gives you the whole list because machshirin kamashmalon itzruchle. I would not know that this dam is a machshir. Now, what is going on over here? This makes no sense. You got blood mixed with water. Water is one of the Sheva Machshirin. Dam is one of the Sheva Machshirin. So what difference does it make whether you call it dam or call it mayim? Either way, no matter how you slice the cake, it's a machshir. Machshirin nami, dam machshirin machshir. Mayim machshirin machshir, tzrichu shetimdo b'mei gishamim. We're not talking about a person who took water in a utensil and he poured it into dam, or took dam and he poured it into utensil with mayim. We're talking about rainwater. Rainwater is not a machshir because it fell from the heavens and there was no human intervention.
Interaction, yeah.
So there was no das. Frek the Gemara, I don't understand what you talked about. You talk about where he poured the water into the dam into the water. The water was in a kli. Obviously, he put it in a kli. What, it fall from the heavens into the kli? If he put it into the kli, then he had intention to benefit from the water, and it's a machshir. Came in the shakil lo tzricha shenitmedu me'aleihem. We're talking about a case where somehow, miraculously, the rainwater fell into a kli. He didn't put it into the kli. There was no human intervention. And there's blood in the kli. So therefore, since he didn't have any intention, therefore it's rainwater, and rainwater is not a machshir. Now he has a mixture of dam, and we want to know whether the dam retains its own identity and some machshir. But Rav Asi mean narbil. I wonder where narbil is. Anyway, probably in Bavel somewhere. Omer. Vitzeltala de dama. So if you ask me, Ira, what is tzeltala de dama, which he translated as blood serum, I have no clue.
Yeah.
So for that, we have to ask Google or AI, what is this blood serum? Apparently, when the blood coagulates, then
Hmm.
some sort of like thin serum that looks a little like blood comes out of this coagulated dam.
Hmm.
All right, I wish you a great week and
Hey, Shkaya.
yeah, thank you so much.
Very good.
Like